All right. Happy Friday, everybody. You guys know, for you who have been here and joined me each Friday, I start exactly at 7 o'clock. Today we're going to talk about time, your time, and space, how important space is. Good morning, Beverly. Good morning, Bev. Good morning. So we're going to talk about that exactly at 7 o'clock. But what I want to discuss is when I said time and your space, I want to talk about how other people tend to impede on your space and your time. And when you actually say no, or you kind of snap out, hey, Marshall. And I hate to use the term snap out, but they don't realize how much of your time and your space that they're impeding on. And then you get upset and you growl. It's almost like a watchdog. And it's like, okay, this space right around here is mine, but you're impeding on my space. And then I'm the one that's mean. So that's what we're going to talk about today. It's like, why do people tend to get upset about using my time and not me personally? So I don't know who I'm talking to out there, but that's what we're going to talk about today. How can people get upset with you about impeding on your space and your time, and you say no and you get tired of it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can you get upset with me for utilizing my own space and my own time because I'm not available for you? I'll give you some tips on how to get out of that in a nice way, because it is Be Inspired, okay? So with being inspired, I got to give you some good stuff. So don't, kind of turn all the way to the left. So when it's exactly 7 o'clock, we will get started. So invite your friends and share this video, if you will. I would appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys tune in and listen to me. So we got a little bit of time. What's new? Last week we talked about potlucks at the office or at the workplace. Yeah, we talked about it. And we did a shop talk question of the week as far as what you should not bring to a potluck. Now, I tell you, one that was good was the spaghetti. Your girl ain't touching nobody's spaghetti, okay? I'm not touching anybody's spaghetti. So that was a good one. It was a few. So I appreciate you guys coming on and sharing that information with Shop Talk with Mel. Visit the website, shoptalkwithmel.com, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. I'm on a little earlier so you guys can invite your friends, because I did hear some things and got some inboxes like, well, I didn't know you come on exactly at 7 and you don't play. Yes, exactly at 7 o'clock. I'm on a little earlier today. I will start with your Be Inspired, with hopes that you have a great day and don't feel frustrated on this wonderful Friday. So if you guys can let me know when it's exactly 7 o'clock, and I will start. All right. Sorry. It's like a big gulp from 7-Eleven. I didn't realize it was that big until I put it in the screen. Yes. So how was everyone's week? Hopefully good. Mine was pretty good and productive. And I hope you guys have an awesome Friday. Awesome Friday. So good morning to you all. Now this Facebook thing, it be talking about some ad. I don't know if I want to be adding somebody and looking at a bunch of people. One day I'm going to have to play with it, probably later on today. So I'm just getting moving and getting started with today. So later on, I can play with this phone and disrupt you guys' lives if you guys are on at that time and see me and decide to click on. Is it 7 o'clock yet? I guess not. Let me see this thing. Hold on. Somebody asked, why don't I be in a room? I stay in one room, and I am, be honest with you, I'll go in the closet somewhere. Oh, okay, we got, it's 6:57, so I got a little bit of time. I'll go in the closet somewhere, anywhere, because let me tell you, good morning, Brett. People off the hook out there, and I'm going to need y'all not to be looking to see where I'm located in my place for y'all try to come back when I ain't here, okay? Not saying you guys to tune in to be inspired, but if this video keep on going, you already know. And it's the holiday season, people ain't playing at all. Did you guys get your Christmas shopping done, or are you guys waiting for Black Friday? Now, I'm going to tell y'all the 411 on Black Friday. Now, Black Friday used to be the bomb. It did. It used to be the bomb. Now, folks is just sitting there waiting, spiking up their prices, talking about it's on a sale. It's on sale. Be careful of that and the scams. I think the Walmart workers were having an issue. Yeah, that's what it was. They were having an issue because they wanted to spend Thanksgiving with their families. Well, they couldn't spend Thanksgiving with their families, they say, because of the store being open for Black Friday. Now, in all fairness, I get what they're saying. I do. I need to be cooking breakfast. Yoda, I need to. I really do. In all fairness, let's just say that they probably don't need to. Thanks, Marshall. They don't need to be open all day. They need to like maybe close and then open at 10 o'clock for Black Friday. So some of those guys are getting jacked up and messed up. But hey, I ain't trying to be funny. Request off. Or don't work there, okay? Because you want to make sure that you get your time off. It's 6:50 up. It's 6:59. We got 1 minute to be inspired. Like I said, I'm so excited about this one because this one is about time and space. Yes, if this is your first time and you see me looking around and all that good stuff, remember I'm recording on 3 devices. So don't feel like, what is she doing and is she nuts, all right? Oh, well, good morning. Looky. Time and space. Time and space. Exactly at 7 o'clock, I'm making sure that this clock is right. We are going to talk about that. We'll touch bases on the definition of time and space real quick. And we'll talk about how other people impede on your time and space and they get an attitude with you. Or they want to know, why do you have an attitude? All right. So we will definitely get started. Good morning, Doug. Everybody up. Let me see if I can get this going here. All right, I'm trying to make sure the sounds are off. All right, it is 7 o'clock. Real quick, shall we get started? All right, space. I'm going to give you the definition of space, all right? First of all, space is a position at a distance from one another, okay? Thank you for letting me know. That is free or unoccupied. All right. Now understand this when we talk about space. Yes, it's free or unoccupied, but it is your space. So it is free or unoccupied for your use. All right. Not for anyone else's unless you choose to. Now you do have people that, let me go with this first. Let's go with time. Time is an indefinite continued progress or existence. All right. Hey, bro, I miss you, Yoda. You better come by. All right. So you do have people that impede on your space and then they want to call you mean. They want to call you mean and say that you're acting up. Like I used the analogy earlier, if you had just tuned in, like a dog. I was talking to someone. They said, yeah, it's just like a dog, and I hate to use a junkyard dog, but that's the one I'm going to use because when you have somebody, if that's that dog's space, or say a dog is tied to a tree and that's their space and somebody comes in there, what do? They start barking. So is that dog mean? Mean as a junkyard dog? You impeded on that dog's space. All right. So like I said, I don't want to say that we are dogs, but I wanted to use that analogy so you can kind of get my drift. But don't you think that's a lot of nerve? I think that's a lot of nerve. I was talking to a few people and it's the same gripe. It's the same gripe. Some things become, they try to say it's overwhelming. And the reason that things become overwhelming, especially during this holiday season, but in every day. Good morning, Danita. In every day, things can become overwhelming because you are impeding, well, not you, they are impeding on your space because this is all about you, okay? So things become overwhelming and you seem frustrated and then they say that you are mean. They never step back to look and say, hey, what did I do? I impeded on their space. I'm upset because they can't do anything for me. This is what this person is doing on today. And then you give them a call, or they give you a call. I'm going to do it to you. They give you a call and say, hey, can you take me here? And then they get an attitude because you can't take them, or you can't do anything for them. They're impeding on your personal space. Space is very important. That's what we're going to talk about, space today. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to get control of your life. And the reason that I say that, and this is according to Tony Schwartz. I like Tony Schwartz too. He's good as well. Each day requires, we all know, some type of effort and focus. Every day, just waking up on our own. Every day. We get up, we got to roll up out that bed, we got to have some effort, and we're like, okay, what am I going to do today? So all that stuff is going through your head, and people don't tend to understand that. Now, one thing I want to say, now that we know that, yes, you're right. Time is extremely important because we can't get it back. So once you get up, you roll up out that bed, you're like, okay, I'm about to start with me, and then your phone rang. And people expect you to do stuff. Well, I got to go to the doctor's, to a doctor's appointment. Can you take me? Well, no, I have to work, especially if you work at home. If you work from home, baby, people do not respect it. They think that you ain't doing nothing. Problem. Yes, I am. And I need for you to get out of my space so that I can continue to do my work. Okay. To the best of my ability. So I wanted to say that part to say this. There is a way out. There is a way out. Take yourself out of harm's way. And when I say harm's way, because you guys know, we tend to be compelled to do things for other people. And all the problems that end up occurring in our life are not ours. It's somebody impeding on our space. So we're trying to help them. And we're like, oh, okay, well, let me go do A, B, C, and D. And then their mess is your mess. And you're like, this don't even have nothing to do with me. What is going on? Take your life back. Take your life back. And if you feel compelled to do something for somebody, don't. And when I say don't, that means stop. Think about it and see how it's going to affect you. That's why I said stay out of harm's way, because you can do one thing for somebody and find yourself in a whole spinoff. And you're like, wait a second, what happened? And how did I get involved in this whole situation that wasn't mine? Rest as much as you can. You know, you have that person be like, oh my gosh, you're always asleep. Yeah, because I'm tired. But are you telling me that I'm always asleep because you want me to do something for you? Things that make you say, well, who was that, Arsenio? Yeah. So those are things that you need to look at. Do what is most important in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know our energy diminishes as the day go on. So focus on you. Do you. You'll hear me say this constantly. Do you. Make sure that you eat well. You know, you'll sit there and say you're at the office. They'll be like, oh, you always snacking. Make sure it's good energy food though. Okay. And people don't need to worry about what it is that you eating. Just go ahead. That's because you know why they know. This is why they know what you're eating. This is why. Because they're paying too much attention to you and they're trying to utilize your space and your time. As long as you meet your deadline, it's all good for what you have to do. Okay? For what you have to do. Just make sure that you do you. Work in spurts. Remember, we talked about that too. We talked about working in spurts, and you've heard me say it previously on some other Be Inspired. 90-minute spurts. Then take your break. Tell those people to mind their own business. Listen, I can't say this enough. That person that's paying you so much attention and telling you what you're doing with your time and your space, it is only because they are trying to utilize it. They say, hey, baby, listen, you got your time and you do what you want to do in your time. And if you want to spend all day with your grandchildren and have them utilize all your time, I ain't saying don't be with your grandkids, but I'm going to keep it 100. Now your grandkids is taking up all your time and now you want to take up all my, So we're not doing that. Not at all, because guess what? Your time is just that, your time, and you get to utilize it your way. So what I need for you guys to do is make more of your behaviors automatic. make more of your behaviors automatic. Because you already know our willpower is limited. Okay? So what I need you guys to do is to take your time, utilize your time the way that you choose to utilize it. Hey, Courtney, what's up? What's up? What's up? And you already know our best defense is to rely on less. That's what we always do. We try to make it happen for everybody else. Girl, my shirt is all that. That's it. You guys know I can't say it enough. Our best defense is always to rely on less, and we'll be on fumes. And guess what? Once they use up all our time and space and we can't do anything anymore, we being mean. Because remember, the only reason that we're being mean is because we are responding to them violating our personal space. And then they go find the next person. So what I need for you guys to do is to do you. Make your behaviors automatic. Where you wake up in the morning, like I said, it takes effort and focus, but focus on you, all right? Thank you guys for tuning in to Be Inspired. I told you just a few minutes of your time. I start at 7 o'clock every day. I came on early today. So you got a few more moments to kind of get you guys on here. Find you, embrace you. Most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people, be inspired. Right here, 7 a.m., Facebook Live. Try to give it to you. But I'm going to come on later on today, too, and play a little bit and see how this thing works. And we go shop talk, all right? All right. Peace. Love you for listening.